James Lavine, Lockheed Martin Aeronautics Company. I'm a manager of Multimedia Digital Group. From a corporate communications point of view, I think what we're really challenged with the most, what I think the industry would be challenged with the most would be just the reliability of the technology. You know, the reliability of being able to know that when we're ready to push content to a number of players that we can guarantee it's going to be there. As opposed to coming in the next day and finding out that half the players didn't get the content, the other half did. There's some reliability issues with some of the other features and some of the tools we use. Calendaring features, making sure that those always work. Just mainly technical reliability. I think for us, that's one of the big deals for us. Because we're a small group, we have a small core group of people, from the designers to the comms people, to the actual creative media people. And it's important that we're able to focus on making sure content gets out in a timely manner. You know, we want it to be fresh and we want it to be quick. And since we're not this big broadcast agency, it's important that reliability, continue to evolve to the point where I would say maybe not 100% that we can never expect that, but certainly somewhere in mid-90s would be nice. The vertical market that I expect to provide the most opportunity, again, it's going to be sort of colored by my own involvement, but I would focus on corporate communications. I really don't know about all the other industries, so it's hard to even really answer that question in a way that I think is with sort of full context of knowledge of what's going on. But if I had to take a swing at it, I would just say that that's a really strong opportunity for the digital signage community, corporate communications. It's a big deal in our operation. Employees love it, they want more of it. I just pulled a song, didn't I? A lot of the leadership recognizes the value of it, just from an employee's communications point of view. The value that the employees really get from it, being able to know what's happening. I was talking with a counterpart of mine earlier. He indicated that he was talking to one of our partners from a different company who happened to come in one day in Fort Worth and was just sitting eating lunch and had the opportunity to watch our Velocity network, and he walked away giving him feedback, and he said, it's great that I could just come in here because I only have a few minutes to eat lunch. I'm over here working all day, but when I come in here I can look up and I can see what's going on with both the program that he happens to be a part of, in this case the F-35, and then also just being able to see the standard news that sometimes he doesn't get a chance to see on a regular basis. So I think it adds value there too. Actually, the way we work, our workflow is we work an 8 to 6 schedule every day roughly, and our producer, our comms producer, works with a creative person in our department, and they crank out content pretty much all day. They build playlists, they build rundowns, and at the end of the day they build playlists, and then our creative guy pushes all the content to all the relevant players. We hired a designer last year in September. He's there full time. That's all he does. He's a creative designer, so he creates all the rich media, all the content. So we do have a full staff there. And we think at some point this is going to broaden as it's more widely adopted. We believe there will be, sort of replicating elements of this core group that will be placed at these other places. We have it now in a less formal way, but I think it'll become more formal as it becomes more popular. So we might have a designer at another site working with another comms person, but they would still sort of feed back into the central core to make sure there's this consistency with brand and messaging and everything that's important from an employee communications point of view. We're interested in looking to identify outdoor signage, weatherproof signage. And so the lunch and learn session I went to was with a company that does that. They take and enclose traditional LCD panels and they weatherproof them, and they lock them down. So it's interesting to kind of know a little bit more about that. They don't do really the big ones that I'm looking for right now. We're looking for something in the, I don't really know its size. It's bigger than I think the 42 inches that they offered at the time. So it was good to know about that, to see what's going on in that arena. I was talking with a colleague on the way over. It's kind of overwhelming, really. I'm pretty technically literate. I know a lot about technology, but still, there's so much going on here. It's hard to distinguish really between each of the vendors and what one vendor's offering that's better or different from another one, right? In fact, one of the things I would love to see in this industry, and I've seen it in other industries, is someone who, maybe a third party, does some sort of objective analysis of, like, for example, features that are available in tools, and then creates this sort of massive, matrix, if you will. And maybe it's focused on each sort of discipline, maybe content creation or metrics retrieval, network analysis, whatever it is, but a way to really visually just take a look at the major features that are offered in any tool, so that as a user who's going to go buy something, they can come in with some better information out of the gate. Now, if they need to drill in more, then great, at least they'll have a starting point. Digital signage, join the revolution.